comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So we've done an impromptu trip to Goa. We just thought we'd clear the house out a little bit. It's been pretty fucking hectic in there. There's a lot of people roaming around. There's a newborn baby. There's a recovering mother. There's grandpas that have had stents. There's grandmas that fucking have just been running around like a maniac for almost 5 or 6 weeks now. Probably longer, more like 30 to 40 years. And we just thought we'd come and take a fucking break, and Goa is one of the best places in India. Although there's an asterisk next to that at the moment, because we've come in and it looks nothing like the Goa I remember. The Goa I remember is like a low-key, almost like a hippie fucking party place. It's got more like a villagey vibe than the resort vibe. It's a big party town, a huge party town. I've had some of the funnest fucking times ever in Goa. The first time I came to India, I came to Goa and I lit the joint up. I was in my best fucking form. That was the last night I spent with my wife before I travelled India by myself, was in Goa. And they left me hung over as an absolute cunt. Like, I was the most hungover human being in the entire world. My wife and all her friends left me. I was basically in the hotel room shaking, just violently shaking with this hangover. And I talked that much shit the night before when I was partying with anyone and everyone that was walking past. I gave my number to some fucking Indian dude, and he turned up at my hotel. Like, my wife and that were just leaving, and they're like, "There's this guy down here from last night for you." I'm like, I can't handle it. And he stayed there for hours. Because I was like, yeah, come over, hang out, we'll fucking party tomorrow, we're best mates, and fucking, you know how it is. You know the shit you talk. You don't expect the cunt to turn up the next morning. And then he stayed there for, I would say, from what I can remember, like 5 or 6 hours, until eventually I had to go down there because the fucking staff were coming up to my room like every 45 minutes saying, "There's this guy, he wants to see you. He said, talk to you." I'm like, tell him I'm still asleep. And then eventually I had to go down shaking, sweating, just completely fucked, and just look him in the eye and just say, "Sorry, mate, I was fucked last night and we're not mates." Like, I had to break up with this guy. I was like, it was just last night. It was just a one-night thing, mate. I'm sorry. I'm already seeing other dudes. I've got friends. All right? I mean, we had a good time. I will admit, I can't really remember who the fuck you are, but, like, I was out there. And I appreciate you coming round, but nah, can't do it. I wish it was that confident. I wish I said it like that. It was more like I was fully shaking. I had done like methylated spirits and whatever was thrown my way. I remember I knew one fucking Hindi song at the time, or one Indian song. It was the most popular Indian song in India at the time, Kolaveri. And I was starting like impromptu crowd fucking sing-alongs. It was intense. Fuck, it was good fun. But this time we're coming in and it just seems, what did I call my my sister-in-law's cradle that I still haven't put up on Patreon? Gaudy Indian. Yeah, coming through this part of Goa. We haven't stayed this side before, so I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt for now. But coming in is just like neon lights. It's kind of like Thailand without the tits. So it's just lights and just restaurants. Is that what you need? Is that what we need, really? I don't think so, but we're going to save judgment until later, aren't we? Because I did only get in here at 9:30. We just thought, fuck it, let's go. So we looked at flights at like fucking 1 o'clock. We were on our way to the airport 2:30, and then there was a delay and all that sort of shit. So we're here. We just had a fucking seafood feed on the beach, and everyone's in the room, and it's Monday, and this will be the first fucking Ask Boyle time we've had in a couple of weeks, because I've also forgot Mondays as well as Fridays, but we're back on board because the new year, new me, I'm right on it, so we're just going to fucking get to it. You know the drill with everything. If you have a question you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of the generation or any generation, comedian, philosopher, crane operator, waterproofer, Boyle, then head to my website, boylecomedy.com. Sections there for asking the Boyle, sections there for fucked up Fridays. Fill them all out. Join the Patreon. Do it all. Get on it. Now let's get to this week's Ask Boyle. So this week's Ask Boyle was sent in by a lovely lady in the US of A. I'm going to leave her name anonymous. So let's get to it. Okay, so full disclosure, I've got a bit of a buzz on. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. But I have some real travel questions for you. I just added like 6 extra words there. It didn't even have all that. Anyway, I'm in a bit of a transitional time in my life right now where I feel that I really want to prioritize travel. I'm single, have no kids, and really have very few relational constraints. The only thing that has ever held me back is my work and my desire to fit into the norm. The norm being house, marriage, and children. But I just turned 40 in October, so kids are pretty much out of the question unless I want to birth a Down syndrome child. LOL. No, you can fucking do tests for that now. You can do tests that are going to be like 8 to 10% accurate. There was a very real grieving process I experienced throughout this whole last year in regard to accepting that I won't have children of my own. I'm still in that grieving process a bit, but it's really starting to occur to me that life has more possibilities than just getting married, buying a house, and popping out children. I'm recognizing that I really do feel at my happiest and most fulfilled when I'm traveling. So to get to the point, I'm thinking about quitting my job and traveling. I have the money to do so, and I know that if I ever want to, in brackets, I will have to at some point, I can come back to my job and they'll have me back. And this isn't a spur of the moment thought I'm having just because I've got a buzz on. It's a consideration that has been kind of woven into my grief over the past year about being single and not having kids. I just happen to be bringing it up because I'm buzzed. LOL. So what are your thoughts on it? Well, Buzzaroony, you have come to the right place. So just straight off the bat, just first fucking ship off the dock, quit your job, 110. If you don't need it, just quit it. That's my first bit of advice. That's stock standard Boyle advice. Quit your job. Get the fuck out of there. Do something exciting. But let's get a little bit fucking deeper into this, alright? Look, you're single and you haven't had kids. And by the sounds of it, you're not going to like try and push the limits of nature and force it upon someone or yourself. And you've spent the last year coming to that reality. So the first thing I would say is it's not the end of the world. Like marriage, kids, fuck the house. Who gives a shit about a house? Who gives a shit about the marriage, really? It all comes down to kids, really. That's the main thing. That's the real life changer. Like, marriage is just a relationship. You know what a relationship's like. Maybe it's a little bit bigger, but like, the kids is the thing that fucking carries it all through. Anyway, here's the thing I find with people who have chosen not to have kids. None of them, or very few of them, very rarely do those people live a life I'm envious of. You know what I mean? They usually fall into like two sort of categories. The first category is they have just continued to be what they were when they were like early 20s or even like 18, early 20s, just trying to extend their youth, which is fucking embarrassing. You're old, cunt. Shut up. No one cares. No one gives a fuck. Just grow up. Get on with it, cunt. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about like lots of people I know. So there's that basket. And the other sort of basket is like the career person. The couple or the people that have foregone their fucking opportunities or willingness to fucking have kids and gone after like career shit. And not even like an exciting career, just your run-of-the-mill fucking dog shit career. And it's like, all right, like, why? Like, why are you doing this? So when I do see people who have decided not to get married, not to have kids, whatever, and I look at their life and I'm like, well, you're just fucking wasting all this free time, all your freedom. Like, do something I'm jealous of, please. One of you, some of you. So if I was in your position, if I had a little bit of cash, I had complete freedom, I didn't have to stay at my job, I could just move and do whatever the fuck I wanted. You know, I'd go to a cave in the Himalayas. Well, that's the first thing I would do. You know that. We all know that. I've been talking about it for years. Complete isolation, enlightenment in a cave. But aside from that, I would be attempting to live a life that would justify the sacrifice. You understand? Like, it doesn't just have to be travel or something, but you specifically said you feel happiest or whatever. I can't remember exactly what you said, but you said something about loving yourself and and knowing. I'm actually outside and I just hear some fucking bug just going off its head. Oh no, it's not a bug, it's a fucking... Oh no, it's a fucking... Oh, you cunt. What is it? It's a sprinkler. It's a sprinkler, that's what it's called. Anyway, I gotta start fucking walking off now. Cunts. Oh, you motherfucker. Anyway, you were saying you feel happiest when you travel. Now, traveling is great. It's great to be on holiday, but like... you want to be doing more than just being on holiday. Everyone goes on holiday. Even the cunts that have kids go on holiday. They take like 3 to 4 weeks off a year or 2 weeks off a year. They go to Bali. They get hand jobs in Thailand. You know, like everyone does that shit. You want to be doing stuff that your average person just wouldn't be able to do, wouldn't be capable of doing. You want to be an explorer. You want to have like experiences in life that others are just not going to be able to have because they don't have the time and the willpower that you... I need to get the fuck away from fucking... The thing is, I'm fucking outside. I thought I had a nook and now it's all chaos. Now there's an Indian family. It's like fucking 12:30 at night and this Indian family is fucking behind me now. Now I need to walk over this side. And there's a bunch of little fat kids as well, so... Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, you need... Can you hear that shit? Papa, papa. I got fucking sprinkled out. There's another fucking 20 cunts coming. Alright, I think I've found a secret nook over here. Oh, this has turned into chaos. Anyway, you've got to fucking... push yourself. Like, you can't just holiday. A holiday, just sitting on the beach, that's fine, whatever. But if you're going to do this, you've got to do it right. You've got to go hard. I mean, like, in the sense that you can't, like, don't just sit. You've got to challenge yourself. You've got to find some meaning in the freedom. You understand what I mean? Like, just traveling isn't going to give you meaning. It's a nice distraction, but it won't fill the void. Trust me. I tried to fill the void with travel. Mainly I was drinking, but, it was drinking in different countries. So it makes a difference. My advice is going to sound a little bit cliche, but you're going to have to do this in a way where you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find what the next phase of your life is going to be. I know that sounds like fucking white girl hippie going to India type shit, but none of them are really trying to find themselves. They're just really fucking out there so they can tell a story to someone or even themselves. I mean, like, truly fucking find yourself. I mean, put yourself in situations where you're just never ever going to get in your normal life. And do it slow as well. Don't fucking bounce from place to place. If you find a spot that you like, have no plans. Just stay there for fucking 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. If you find a place that you love, fucking live there. Try and get some work. I don't know. Just fucking challenge yourself. Volunteer. Go into a cave. Meditate. Like, there's a billion different things you can do. But, like, don't just holiday. Holiday is meaningless bullshit. I'm at a resort right now. It's like hollow. I'm here with 50 fucking Indians. I mean, it's nice for the kids and shit, but you don't have kids. So, like, fucking, what's the point of being in a resort? I tell you what I would like to be doing. I'd like to be fucking pedaling up the fucking Amazon on a converted gondola on coke right now. That's a challenge. That's throwing yourself into life, if you know what I mean. What I'm saying is, fucking leave your shitty life, go travel, but don't travel like a cunt. Travel with, like, the thought in mind to find some fucking new meaning. What you want to do is, and you shouldn't really have this as a motivating factor in life, but if you need a little bit of a guiding arrow, or if you need some direction, just keep in the back of your mind that you're trying to live a life that you're married and friends with kids are going to be envious of. Go study in Iceland or something. Do, like, fucking, like, if it was just me and my imagination, complete freedom, a bit of money, like, oh, I could make people fucking jealous. Even sober. Even sober, I could figure it out. Anyway, fucking, that's going to be a little bit broken up because of the sprinkler and the Indians and, fucking all of it. All the shit. I hope the audio doesn't come out too fucked. I couldn't do it inside, so I had to do it fucking outside. Anyway, I hope that fucking helped. Thank you for the question. That'll do for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.